For decades, you've watched fuel prices drain your wallet. You've seen diesel trucks break down after 300,000 miles, leaving drivers stranded and companies bleeding money. And every expert told you electric trucks would never handle real work, never go the distance, never replace what you've trusted your entire career. But what if everything you believed about electric trucking just became obsolete? What if the Tesla Semi isn't just meeting expectations, it's shattering records that even Elon Musk didn't predict? DHL just completed a 3,000-mile real-world test with a fully loaded Semi, and the results shocked the entire trucking industry. The numbers don't lie, and today I'm breaking down exactly why the 2026 Tesla Semi is about to change everything you thought you knew about long-haul trucking. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why diesel might become a relic of the past sooner than anyone expected. The skepticism that nearly killed the Semi. For years, the Tesla Semi was Tesla's most criticized vehicle. Industry veterans called it impossible. Fleet managers laughed at the idea. Low production numbers and a trucking industry that refused to believe batteries could replace diesel created a perfect storm of skepticism. The Semi was labeled a pipe dream that would never see real highways. But here's what changed everything. DHL, one of the world's largest logistics companies, received their first Tesla Semi in late 2025 and immediately threw it into a 390-mile-long haul route carrying a full 75,000-pound load. This wasn't a test, this was a challenge to prove or disprove everything Tesla had claimed. What happened left DHL's engineering team speechless. The Semi completed the entire 390-mile journey on a single charge, with battery power remaining. Jim Monkmeyer, president of transportation at DHL Supply Chain North America, said the pilot exceeded all expectations, proving the Semi could efficiently haul typical freight over long distances without constant charging concerns. But that single trip was just the beginning. Over 2 weeks, DHL ran the Semi for 3,000 miles, averaging over 50 miles per hour. The game changer? The Semi consumed just 1.72 kilowatt-hours per mile. Most electric trucks consume between 2.0 and 2.2 kilowatt-hours per mile. Real-world efficiency varies by load and terrain. NFI reported 1.64 kilowatt-hours per mile. But even in worst-case scenarios, the Semi outperforms every competitor on energy consumption, directly translating to lower costs on every trip. Here's what that means. DHL uses the Semi for 100-mile daily routes, but only charges it once per week. A commercial truck running daily operations, hauling heavy loads, requiring one charging session every 7 days. That's transformational for fleet logistics. DHL has already ordered more Semis for 2026 when Tesla ramps production. The drivers who never want to go back. Now let's talk about the people who actually drive these machines.
They asked me, hey, who wants to drive it? Well, I was a senior driver. I says, yeah, I will drive it. I want to drive it. I want to drive something new. So I wanted to drive that Tesla truck, and it did not disappoint at all.
That's not marketing language. That's a man who spent his entire career in traditional trucks, telling you he never wants to go back. Why? The navigation system is unlike anything he's seen. The cabin is quiet, eliminating the constant drone and vibration that causes fatigue. The acceleration is immediate and powerful, and the driving experience is simply less exhausting. When you're not fighting engine noise, gear shifts, and diesel fumes for 10 hours a day, your body and mind stay fresher longer. But here's the detail that surprised even experienced drivers. Electric trucks often arrive at destinations earlier than diesel trucks. How is that possible when electric trucks need to charge? The answer lies in performance most people don't consider. The Tesla Semi can climb 8 to 10% grades at 60 miles per hour while carrying a full load. Diesel trucks slow dramatically on steep inclines, crawling at 35 or 40 miles per hour on mountain passes. Over a 1,000-mile trip with multiple elevation changes, an electric truck can arrive up to 2 hours earlier than its diesel counterpart, even accounting for a 40 to 60-minute charging stop. You're climbing faster, maintaining higher cruising speeds, and your overall trip time actually decreases despite the charging requirement. The numbers that make CFOs pay attention. Let's address the elephant in the room: cost. The Tesla Semi costs approximately $200,000 for the 500-mile version versus $180,000 for a comparable diesel. But here's what most people miss. That $20,000 difference gets recovered in under 18 months through fuel and maintenance savings alone. Traditional electric competitors cost upward of $400,000, making the Semi a bargain in the EV market. The math is simple. The Semi operates at roughly 30 cents per mile versus diesel's significantly higher costs at $3.66 per gallon. On a 6.5-mile run, the Semi costs $1.95 in energy, while diesel burns at least 1 gallon costing $3.66. That's nearly double the fuel cost, and the gap widens dramatically over hundreds of thousands of miles. Maintenance tells an even starker story. Diesel engines have hundreds of moving parts requiring constant service: oil changes, fuel filters, transmission work, coolant maintenance. The Tesla Semi has dramatically fewer moving parts: no engine oil, no transmission fluid, no exhaust system. Thanks to regenerative braking, brake pads last potentially hundreds of thousands of miles longer. Industry studies show electric truck maintenance runs 40 to 60% lower than diesel. Where diesel fleets spend $20,000 to $30,000 annually per truck, electric typically costs only $8,000 to $15,000. Tesla claims fleet operators save approximately $150,000 within 3 years compared to diesel. Electricity prices are more stable than volatile fuel costs, often locked at commercial rates, providing budget certainty. For businesses on thin margins, these savings are transformative. Regenerative braking and energy recovery. Here's a technical feature that doesn't get enough attention: regenerative braking. When the Tesla Semi descends a slope or decelerates, electric motors reverse their function and act as generators, converting kinetic energy back into stored battery power. The Semi can recover nearly all the energy it used climbing uphill when it descends the other side. Drivers operating in mountainous regions report that after climbing a mountain pass, the descent often returns their battery to the same level or higher. This energy recovery extends the vehicle's range dramatically on routes with varied elevation, making trips that seem impossible on paper entirely feasible in reality. It's one reason why DHL's long-haul tests exceeded expectations. The regenerative system captures energy that diesel trucks simply waste as heat through friction brakes. Picture this on a chart: Tesla Semi recovering 90% of climbing energy on descent, while diesel burns fuel both ways. That's the efficiency gap that's changing trucking economics forever. Additionally, Tesla is exploring solar panel integration on trailer roofs for supplemental charging during loading dock downtime. While this wouldn't add massive range alone, every kilowatt-hour helps, potentially extending daily range by 10 to 15 miles in sunny conditions. For operations worried about charging infrastructure gaps, these solar trailers provide an extra cushion of security. Combined with regenerative braking, the Semi's energy ecosystem is designed to maximize every electron. The 2026 Redesign: Evolution meets production reality. Now let's talk about what's coming in 2026, because this is where Tesla moves from prototype to full-scale manufacturing. The 2026 version represents a complete engineering overhaul focused on 3 goals: lower drag, lighter weight, and easier manufacturing. The most visible change is the front end. The 2026 Semi features a completely redesigned front fascia with a modern light bar reminiscent of the Model Y's styling. The bumper has been simplified for faster, less expensive repairs. The cab roof is smoother and more rounded, and the rear windshield has been shortened because that massive rear glass on the 2017 prototype looked impressive but served no practical purpose and added unnecessary weight and cost. These design refinements bring the drag coefficient down to approximately 0.33, improved from 0.36. That might sound small, but look at this comparison. A 0.03 reduction in drag boosts energy efficiency by 5 to 8%, translating to dozens of extra miles per charge. Imagine a bar graph showing diesel drag at 0.65, old Semi at 0.36, new Semi at 0.33. That's the visual proof of Tesla's engineering advantage. Over millions of miles across a fleet, that efficiency gain saves substantial money and reduces charging frequency. The chassis has also been optimized. Tesla has reduced the Semi's base weight to below 23,000 pounds. This is critical because federal regulations cap gross vehicle weight, meaning a lighter truck can carry more payload. Every pound shaved off the truck's weight is a pound that can be dedicated to cargo, increasing revenue potential per trip. When it's time to recharge, the 2026 Semi will support Tesla's new 1.2 megawatt ultra-fast charging standard. At that power level, a Semi can add hundreds of miles of range in just 30 to 40 minutes, roughly the time a driver would take for a meal break or mandatory rest period. If charging can be accomplished during breaks drivers would take anyway, the operational impact becomes negligible.
Battery strategy. Two paths for different needs. Tesla is taking a strategic approach to battery options. For long-range applications, the Semi uses Tesla's 4680 battery cells, high-energy density cells designed to deliver stable power output under heavy loads at highway speeds. The long-range Semi packs approximately 850 to 900 kilowatt-hours of battery capacity, enabling the advertised 500-mile range. For shorter-range regional work, Tesla offers a version equipped with LFP, lithium iron phosphate battery cells. LFP batteries are approximately 40% cheaper to produce, incredibly durable with longer cycle life, and perform well in moderate climates. For companies operating routes in the 100 to 200-mile range per day, the LFP version offers a significantly lower purchase price, estimated around $160,000. This two-tier strategy allows Tesla to serve both long-haul and regional markets. Data from the American Trucking Association shows more than 70% of freight trucks in the United States travel under 500 miles per day. For those operations, the shorter-range, lower-cost Semi is a perfect fit, offering all the operational advantages without paying for battery capacity they don't need. There's also growing speculation about future battery technologies. Aluminum-ion batteries, promising even higher energy density and longer cycle life, are under development. If Tesla integrates advanced batteries into future Semi versions, we could see ranges extending to 600 or even 700 miles on a single charge, with battery packs lasting well over 1,000,000 miles before needing replacement.
Full self-driving, the revolution within the revolution. Perhaps the most significant upgrade coming to the 2026 Semi isn't the battery or aerodynamics, it's full self-driving capability. Tesla has added a new camera location positioned above the front wheel arch on the redesigned Semi, a clear indicator the truck is being optimized for autonomous operation. Now, let's be realistic. 2026 will primarily feature supervised FSD and truck platooning, not full Level 4 or Level 5 unsupervised autonomy yet, but the foundation is being laid. If FSD progresses to full autonomy over the next few years, the implications for the trucking industry are staggering. An autonomous semi could theoretically operate nearly 24 hours a day, stopping only for 30 to 40-minute charging sessions. Labor costs, one of the largest expenses in trucking operations, could be dramatically reduced. Delivery cycles would speed up because the truck never needs mandatory rest breaks. And critically, accidents caused by driver fatigue or distraction could be nearly eliminated, improving safety for everyone on the road. Elon Musk has repeatedly stated Tesla will eventually produce millions of semis with the ability to operate autonomously. Industry analysts who once dismissed this as fantasy are now taking it seriously. When fully autonomous semis become operational, likely in the late 2020s, the cost per mile for freight transportation could drop so dramatically that it reshapes entire supply chains. Imagine convoys of semis traveling together on highways, drafting behind one another to reduce aerodynamic drag even further. The lead truck sets the pace, and following vehicles maintain precise spacing, cutting energy consumption by an additional 10 to 15% through coordinated aerodynamics. Tesla and other companies are actively testing these platooning systems right now in 2026. When combined with advancing FSD and the inherent efficiency of electric powertrains, these technologies could reduce the cost of moving goods to levels we haven't seen in decades.
Production ramp from dozens to thousands. For years, Tesla Semi was essentially hand-built. A small team assembled trucks one at a time, using them primarily for testing. Approximately 70 units exist in operation as of early 2026, mostly pilot builds with companies like DHL, PepsiCo, and Cisco. But that's changing in a major way. Tesla has completed construction of a dedicated semi-production facility in northern Nevada, essentially a gigafactory specifically designed for Class 8 truck manufacturing. Tesla's goal for 2026 is ambitious. Produce 50,000 semis annually by late 2026 or early 2027. The reality check? Pilot builds started in 2025. Volume production ramps mid to late 2026, meaning full-scale output might not hit until 2027. That's approximately 4,166 trucks per month, 960 per week, or roughly 192 units every single day at full capacity. To put that in context, Peterbilt, one of the most established heavy-duty truck manufacturers, produces around 60,000 trucks per year. If Tesla hits even 70% of its target in the first year, it will immediately become a major player in the Class 8 market. Can they actually do it? There's strong evidence suggesting this time is different. Tesla has secured battery supply chains, particularly with their own 4680 cell production and partnerships for LFP cells. They've finalized the vehicle design, moving past the prototype phase. And they've built factory infrastructure specifically for semi-production. The pieces are in place. Elon Musk shocked industry observers by stating Tesla may be capable of building around 200 semis per day once the production line is fully ramped. Consider Tesla's track record. They've scaled Model Y production to become one of the best-selling vehicles globally within just a few years. The company has become exceptionally good at manufacturing at scale. Applying that expertise to the Semi makes the 50,000 annual target entirely plausible. When those trucks start rolling off the line in volume, they won't be prototypes anymore. These will be refined, production-quality vehicles incorporating all the lessons learned from DHL, PepsiCo, Cisco, and other early adopters. Every piece of feedback, every operational insight, every engineering improvement will be baked into the 2026 production model.
Global expansion, challenges, and opportunities. Tesla's ambition extends beyond North America. Elon Musk has confirmed global rollout plans, but international expansion brings regulatory hurdles. In Europe, The Semi's 8.5-foot width exceeds typical limits, and markets favor compact cab-over designs. Modifications, including sleeper cabins, will be required. Tesla's service network also lags behind Volvo and Mercedes-Benz, who have extensive infrastructure. But here's the opportunity. No competitor combines 500-mile range with Tesla's efficiency. Volvo's FH Electric offers 373 miles, Mercedes' eActros 600 just 311 miles. More critically, FSD could solve Europe's transport labor crisis as younger workers abandon trucking careers. Tesla will likely pursue phased rollouts in lower barrier markets first, building infrastructure as demand grows.
The Tesla Semi started as the vehicle everyone loved to doubt. But real-world data from DHL, PepsiCo, and Cisco has proven it's exceeding even Tesla's own promises. With 1.7 kilowatt-hours per mile efficiency, 500-mile range, and production ramping through 2026, the Semi is positioned to fundamentally disrupt trucking. This isn't about the environment. This is pure economics. When a truck operates for 30 cents per mile instead of 50, when that $20,000 premium pays itself back in 18 months, and when it can eventually run itself autonomously, the business case becomes undeniable. Here's my question. What happens when Tesla hits 50,000 semis per year? How will Peterbilt and Freightliner respond when their customers demand electric performance? Drop your predictions in the comments. Tell me what range you think the Semi will achieve by 2030. I'm betting on 600 miles minimum. If this breakdown helped you understand where trucking is headed, smash that like button. Subscribe now because next week we're diving deep into Tesla's Model 2, the $25,000 electric car that could put EVs in every driveway, followed by our investigation into the Pi phone rumors that suggest Tesla might disrupt smartphones next. And don't miss our upcoming series on Tesla's tiny house project that's generating serious buzz in sustainable living communities. Hit the bell so you catch every video the moment it drops. The future of trucking is electric, and it's arriving faster than anyone predicted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.